fees. Throughout the world, throughout the United States, Postal Service shall serve as nearly as practical the entire population of the United States. That's only D.C.
Right.
It shall be and be the responsibility establish and maintain postal facilities of such character and in such locations that postal patrons throughout the nation, what's that? The United States of America, will consistent and with reasonable economies of postal operations have ready access to essential postal services. Okay. In providing services and establishing classification rates and fees, Postal Service shall not, except as specifically authorized in this title, make any undue or unreasonable discrimination among users of the mails, nor shall it grant any undue or unreasonable preferences to any such user. Do you know what that means, folks? That means that if you can use a 2-cent or a 3-cent stamp to do a mailing from a sovereign to a sovereign or from a sovereign to government, non-domestic, all lowercase, underneath that, without the United States, all lowercase but the U and the S, they have to perform. They have to perform.
So did Kauai need a copy of this to be able to prove to them that?
Kind of, yes. That's kind of what I'm getting at. She sent something. They didn't want to send it. They said everything changed as of July of 2023, and that's part of what we're going to look at today with what we're going to do.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing again. I can't see if Antoinette's waiting, so hang on a minute.
All right.
Oh, I don't see her. Ahava, can you text Antoinette and see if she's going to join?
I can text her right now.
Okay, thank you.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at section 602 under addressing and see how it changed.
On the same document we were just looking at?
No.
Different one. Okay.
The Postal Service has a bunch of directives. One of them under addressing is subsection 602 under the Domestic Mail Manual.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a 1.3E and there's a 1.54, 1.5.4 under section 602. And we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at what happened prior to July and what's happened since July. We're going to ask some good questions as to how or why things changed. And we're going to look at two different ways to do or set up or write a foreign address. What's the purpose of a foreign address? To delineate that you're not part of within the United States or its possessions or territories. So if you're not within the United States, its possessions or territories, then it's very easy for you to be a
private person,
private man or woman, not
I know.
a citizen, not a person, not an individual,
not
a human, not a human. Okay, Mary, not a human resource, not a resident, not a non-resident, not a taxpayer. See, folks, this is one of those proofs that allows you to remain outside of the system. One of the things that America has that's fantastic is you can live under the laws of the United States of America, or you can live under the laws of the United States. If you choose to live under the laws of the United States of America, via the Constitution for the United States of America, which takes you to the Articles of Confederation, when you give your jurisdiction and law for the record, your jurisdiction and their jurisdiction, meaning Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution for the United States of America, Article 6, Paragraph 1 of same, which directs you to Article 2 of the Articles of Confederation, which the Articles of Confederation say in Article 2, each state, which is your state, has every right, freedom, power, jurisdiction, authority, and all sovereignty. So that pretty much, to me, guarantees to you that you get and have freedom and get to maintain that. And sovereignty and jurisdiction and power and right and authority, not delegated to the United States. What you're going to find out today is the Postal Service has tried to intermingle or commingle the United States of America with the United States. I've never heard of or saw that before. I think there may be some shenanigans going on. I have some big...
And you think that's since the 2023 or 2022 new legislation?
This so this is since July of 2023 that I'm seeing this. And
I see.
It's a butchery of the law of grammar. It's a butchery of precedent of 200 and what do we have here in America? 240 years of almost 250 years of history. You can't, the United States is not the United States of America. The United States of America is absolutely not the United States. Two different things.
Right. So,
Mary, do you see that exclamation point by Kalina's name? Do you know why that might be? I have an exclamation point. I don't know why. Guess it doesn't matter.
Not that I know of.
Let me mute for a second and see if I can get onto net.
She said she'll be on in 45 minutes. I think she got the times confused, huh?
Yeah, she's on her time, not my time. She said she corrected it.
For 20 minutes. Are you there? Are you coming on?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, no, we're on. Andrew's talking. He's teaching. Mary's pulled up a document. We're waiting and missing you. Where are you, baby girlfriend? You're confused. Okay, can you pop on? Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Kalina.
Yeah, she got mixed up on time. Mary, I'm trying to find this document. I can't. Did you just Google search Postal Reorganization Act of 1970?
Yeah, I'll share the link in the chat just a second.
Okay, thanks.
I downloaded it, so we have it.
It's going to come up with what we're doing with Antoinette as well. What I do when I'm trying and then free PDF, and I usually use DuckDuckGo, and then it'll come up.
Okay.
I think I might have used Safari.
Okay. But that's coming. That's all part of what we're doing today.
Okay.
So I'm going to link to what I have stored rather than what's online, if that's all right.
It's fine.
And then I tried to print out that document from last week because I didn't want to fill that form out online, and it's unprintable.
What are you referring to, Kalina?
The document from last week to privatize myself that we were working on. It was an online form to fill out from the U.S. Postal Service.
Do you know what she's referring to, Antoinette?
Last week's document, we were going through getting outside of the box and crossing out what was in the box and writing our own.
Oh, how to fill out the form.
How to fill out the form. And when I try to print that out, I can't get it. And I didn't want to send it in electronically, but is it okay just to do it electronically?
Well, what kind of form is it? Is that a Freedom of Information Act request, or what was it?
I don't remember the title of the form from last week's teaching. Is that what it is? Freedom of Information Act? Yes.
I don't know.
It was to privatize myself as a woman to come out of the system and do the postal forms, which we're discussing right now, right?
I got to see the form.
What was the form we went over last week? What was the name of the form? Anybody?
Let me go see what I can find on what I saved.
All right, I'll just look at my notes.
No, I don't have it.
Andrew. 11/6. Crazy, huh?
I only remember finding out how to state where you are without using the zip code and their methods.
Yeah, that's what I remember doing. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Okay, I'll look it up in my notes.
And you have the link to the recording for that, don't you?
Do I have the link? Are you asking me?
If you don't, I can provide it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just provide me the link, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew didn't want me to put it on the site, so it's not on the site.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the foreign address, the carrier route, and
okay. I guess I just don't remember a form about it. So I'll copy the link.
So now I know what you're talking about. I don't remember a form. What I had was an example of how to do it, and the example that I had was private information, and therefore I didn't want it available to the public.
Okay.
So we're going to have to create some new examples.
So rather than a form,
private information, and it's a template to do something. It's not a form. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I was going to say. It's not a form. It's how to do the addressing.
Okay.
Right here it is. Right here it is. This was our example, and then what we're going to have to do with this is create what you're looking for is a template to figure out how to do it. And I guess what I can do is I can work with Antoinette on that so that we can do that.
So I'm going to stop the recording. We for now, and Antoinette, when you're ready, I'll start it again.
Okay.
You want to start here, Andrew?
Well, the screen's white at the moment.
Oh, I had to go to Canva to show you what I had last week. All right, hang on. Sorry, guys. I've got a 3-day-old puppy here.
Oh. That'll take some time.
Well,
Wow, is that still a blue healer?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, she had one puppy about 4 days ago.
My goodness.
And so I was working with them a little bit, and I just completely forgot what time zone I live in. So can you guys see the screen now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so this is from USA versus the US .info, and that is on the website. I can show you where that is. If you guys want to follow along, then I think it's going to help you remember what we're doing here. And then Andrew and I'll figure out how to put together last week. So that will be some type of teaching on the site.
What we'll do is we'll take what was last week as an example, and we'll give the 2 examples from today.
All right, so
Example 1, example 2, example 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I went in last night and saw all your links. You've done a lot of work. Thanks.
All right. So do you know where to find USA
Yes.
versus US?
Yes.
All right, why don't you guys go ahead and call that up, and let's all do this together.
I don't think I'm going to be able to.
No, that's okay, Mary. I'll do it for you.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. So just let me know when you want me to start.
You can start now.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and scroll down until take your cursor over here, I guess, and go down about 3/4 of the way. You're going to pass benefits, enterprise, go all the way down to mail.
Right.
Let me know when you're all there.
Pass Republic, pass Flag, pass Medium of Exchange. Did I go too far?
Keep going.
Keep
Okay.
going until you get to mail. You'll see mail on
Oh my God, I didn't ever go this far. Wow. Jeez.
it goes pretty far.
If you spend 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours on this website, you'll be reprogrammed and true at a great level.
Dead. Oh my God. Well, no, they don't really have much organization here. Do you guys know the organization?
No.
It's just as they put it up, they put it up. There it is.
Right.
Okay, I'm there.
So is everybody there?
Yep.
This is very, 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 very important. So you look at mail on the left, that's old school. Do you see United States of America and how it's spelled?
Yes.
Take note. Lowercase u, lowercase s. On the right, it talks about the Postal Reorganization Act, 1970. And then on the left, it says non-domestic, mail that moves outside of the District of Columbia, its possessions, and its territories. On the right, domestic, mail that moves between District of Columbia, the regions of the United States, and possessions and territories of the United States. We're going to find later today where some idiot swidget in the government mixed those two. Now, this is huge. That doesn't just happen. Let's keep scrolling down now. So see the non-use of zip?
Yeah.
talks about prices. I'm going to have Antoinette click on, hold your cursor over DMM 602 1.3E2. You can click on that. Go ahead and click on that, Antoinette. So you have 602 addressing. So you go under 602 1.0 elements of addressing. 1.3E. And it says, as of July 9th, 2023, zip codes are required on all that stuff. And that's all commercial, commerce within the United States. Everything there.
Notice the
Okay.
date.
Yeah, July 9th, 2023. So it's pretty hard to see from this that there's anything outside of this. It's not clear that there's without the United States, is there? There's not clear that the United States of America is a thing, is it? So now let's go down to 1.5.4, Antoinette. Using return addresses. Hang on a second. Somebody sent me something that's pertinent to what we're doing now. Okay. Regardless of destination, when U.S. postage is applied to a mail piece is defined under 608.2.1 and 608.2.2, only a domestic return address is authorized. Well, wait a minute. So as of July 9th, 2023, non-domestic doesn't exist? Antoinette, let's take a little pause. And let's go to the Constitution of the Constitution for the United States of America, and let's go to I think it's Article 1, Section 10. No ex post facto law. We're going to our website. We're going to founding documents. Constitution for the United States of America. Let's go down to Section 10. Can you click on that? Does that mention ex post facto? Aha! Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution for the United States of America. No state shall enter into any ex post facto law. No state shall enter into any ex post facto law or law impairing the obligation of contracts. Folks, can I ask you a question? If ex post facto law means a law after the fact that changes something that was lawful ahead of time, it can't be done. How is it possible that the government can say non-domestic no longer exist? Thank you. They cannot. Thank you for your expediency, Antoinette. Let's go back. Let's hit the back button and go to Title 28 USC 17. Hit it back button again. Let's get out of this. And let's go to the website, TKC. Let's get out of that. Yep. And let's go to 28 USC 1746. I think if you scroll up. There's Title 28 USC 1746. Let's look at Part 1 and Part 2 there, Antoinette. Thank you. If executed without the United States, under the laws of the United States of America, under the laws of the United States of America, without the United States, that is non-domestic, folks. Non-domestic. Did this become non-existent? You'll see what I mean shortly. Let's look at 2 here. If executed within the United States, its territories, possessions, or commonwealths. Two different things. Within the United States, domestic. Without the United States, under the laws of the United States of America. Two different jurisdictions. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution talks about within the United States, the 10 square mile area, forts, naval bases, and dockyards. So, Antoinette, can we go back to what we were just looking at in 1.5.4? Under 602, I think, addressing. There it is. And then it leads you to is defined under 608.2.1 and 608.2.2. I think we have subsection 608, or you can click on it. Can you click on 608.2.1, Antoinette? Aha! Domestic mail is mail transmitted within, among, and between the United States of America. What? Now we're going to change everything. We're going to change 250 years of history and say the domestic mail is between the United States of America. It never was before now. Before July of 2023, what's up? It used to be only the territories and possessions. Because then it says the territories and possessions comprises the following. I don't see the United States of America there. I don't see United States either. Pretty confusing, isn't it? Let's look at 2.2. Yeah, that doesn't mention the United States. That's one subject of law. That's one jurisdiction. Territories and possessions, that's the United States. That's a totally different jurisdiction. You can't mix two different jurisdictions. Somebody has. So I don't know what the heck's going on here. And then it mentions all this stuff. Freely associated states, whatever that is.
That might be a clue.
Oh. Of course, that's in New York City, and that land was given by the Rockefellers for the United Nations after World War II, I think in 1947-ish, 47, 49. So, folks, what in the heck happened with mixing two different jurisdictions? Can we go next, Antoinette, to what the domestic mail manual looked like as of 2022? So I think what you may have to look at is that email that I sent. Manual. That one, yep. So this is, look at the date on this, folks, November 2022. It says see page 847 for foreign addresses. So here we are, basic standards for all mailing services. 602 is address. Let's go down. What was that page? 847. Antoinette. In 47. So under 602, you can see right there, 1.5.3. Let's look at, let's see, let's scroll down. Here's 1.5.4. First, let's go up to 1.3. Let's go up a little bit. Keep going. keep going. Here it is, 1.3. So there's the zip, and that's, I think, still the same. Let's scroll down a little bit. That's the same. 1.3E stayed the same. So let's go down to 1.5.4 again. There it is. Use of foreign return addresses. Regardless of destination, when U.S. postage is applied to a mail piece, only a domestic return address is authorized, except when the addressee's permanent residence is outside the United States or its territories. This exception is applicable for only incidental non-commercial use for single piece price mail pieces. Folks, that's sovereign to sovereign. Without the United States. Trying to make why. There's some funny business going on, folks. I don't know what it is. But when you go to 608 and you look at 2.2, you better be scratching your head because there's a big problem. When you see United States of America, territories and possessions are the United States. The United States is not the United States of America. The United States of America is not the United States. Let's prove this on a little deeper level for the folks that are viewing, our great viewers. Antoinette, were you able to download the Constitution of the United States? I think you already had it on same place that Title 28 USC 1746 is. Yeah, right there. Now wait a minute. No, it's not there. Let's scroll down or scroll up. No, let's scroll. There it is right there. And the Constitution for the United States, February 21st, 1871. Folks, can you zoom in on chapter LXII there, Antoinette? Thank you. Scroll down a bit, please. See chapter, 42, an act to provide a government for the District of and see the municipal corporation, Constitution and laws of the United States. The District of Columbia is a municipal corporation. It's the second Constitution of the United States. There's your proof, folks. February 21st, 1871, a totally separate Constitution was formed. Now let's for the United States of America again. Look at the preamble. TKC.network, and we'll look up Constitution for the United States of America. Third one down right there. Yep. So look at the title. Deceptive, isn't it? You're thinking it's the Constitution of the United States, but when you read the preamble, promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. This is the United States. Two different jurisdictions. And when you look at the Articles of Confederation, it mentions specifically the United States of America. Now let's scroll down. Right there, the last one, Antoinette. Click on that. Go to page 27. There it is. Can you zoom in on that for us? Look at Article 1. The style of this confederacy shall be the United States of America. Well, I got news for you, folks. The United States of America isn't the United States. I can prove that in Article 2. Each state, lowercase s, that's your state and mine, retains its sovereignty. So the United States of America and the United States are two different things. Let's drive this point home, Antoinette. Let's go to the Constitution for the United States of America again. Well, here's this. If executed without the United States, it's under the laws of the United States of America. And within the United States, it's its territories and possessions. Two different things. The United States, within the United States is one thing, without the United States is another thing. Two different things. Let's go to the Constitution for the United States of America, Article 1, Section A. Says, Congress shall have power to, let's go to the second to the last section, Section 17, exercise exclusive
Where am I going?
Article 1, Section A. Right there. To exercise exclusive legislation. The second paragraph above Section 9. Can you zoom in on that?
This won't let me zoom in anymore.
Okay. So this is what Congress has the power to do. Exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district not exceeding 10 miles square. What was that? That's all Congress can do. Make exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district not exceeding 10 miles square. Let's say it's 13 now. As made by session of states, Virginia. Acceptance of Congress, they accepted it. Become the seat of the government of the United States. What was that? The United States, which is not the United States of America. And to exercise like authority over all places purchased by the consent of the legislature of the state in which the same shall be for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. Here's the jurisdiction. Here's how we can put them in their place, not there, and keep us in place. So this is the jurisdiction we can give for who we are, for the record, is Article 6, Paragraph 1. Could we go down to that, please, Antoinette? Article 6, Paragraph 1. There it was. It's Article 7. Go up just a bit, please. There it is. Maybe I'm zoomed in too much. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States, against the United States, against the United States, against the United States. Under this Constitution, for the United States of America as under the Confederation, which is the Articles of Confederation. What's on top? The Creator. What's under that? The people. What's under that? The Declaration. What's under that? The Articles of Confederation. Right here's the. What's under that? The Northwest Ordinance. What's under that? The Constitution for the United States of America. The Bill of Articles is under that. What's under that? February 21st, 1871, the Constitution of the United States. There's different jurisdictions here, folks. Can we go back to USA versus US.info? Go down to mail. Taxation. There's an interesting subject. There it is. Now, let's scroll down. Can we zoom in on that?
Can't zoom in.
Okay. Let's scroll down. So domestic and non-domestic. Let's look at that again. Let's go up just a bit, please, Antoinette. Up a little more. Right there. Non-domestic, mail that moves out of D.C., its possessions and territories. Non-domestic. Domestic, mail that moves between D.C., the regions of the U.S., and possessions and territories of the U.S. Two different things. So let's scroll down. Zip codes. Domestic mail manual. Okay, we know right here, and you won't forget it, here it is. The U.S. Postal Service can't discriminate against the non-use of zip codes pursuant to the Postal Reorganization Act, Section 403, Public Law 91-375. And we went over that. And then it talks about postage collected unlawfully. Penalty. So this is how we can hold them accountable. Let's keep scrolling down. General Post Office. So here are some examples of foreign addresses. Right here. Here's a whole bunch of examples. Right here. You want some examples of foreign addresses? Right here, a whole bunch. So here's number 2, your examples of foreign addresses. On the left. On the right is your standard BS. So last week we learned how to do a foreign address with USPS.info. And now they're trying to tell us that non-domestic doesn't exist? I don't think so. There's something going on, folks. I don't know what it is, but I'm here to tell you I'm going to do some investigating. Antoinette, can we go to that last example of a foreign address that I sent you in the body of that email today? You might have made an example of a letter.
Yeah, I didn't have time to make the example, but I will, and I'll have it ready.
It's fine. Let's just look at what's on this email right here.
Oh.
Example, folks, start right. That's imagine that as a. Is that correctable within that? Some of the spacing's wrong on without the United States and the stamp, and without the United. I think she's going to fix it. So there's your example. Top left, Bob Smith, care of 123 Beautiful Street, anywhere state, non-domestic, without the United States.
All right, you can help me do this.
Okay, everything, the top two and the three under that are all on the left. Care of is hard left. Bob Smith is above 123. Yeah, that's basically what a letter looks like. There you go. So Bob Smith, care of 123 Beautiful Street, anywhere state, non-domestic, without the United States, will be left margined.
Where does non-domestic go?
Underneath anywhere state. Bob Smith, under that, care of one. Do you have a question, sir? Hang on a second.
You can stop recording.